Welcome everybody to the Gold and Silver Club Commodity Markets Outlook for the 25th to the 29th of January 2016, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. Today we will be analysing the latest developments in the commodity markets. We'll be discussing our outlook for the week ahead. The live session will be covering an overview of the commodity markets. We'll be reviewing the top trades of the week. We'll go through live market commentary and also trading ideas for the week ahead. And as always, we'll be answering any questions you might have during the course of the session as well. So first of all, let me introduce you to the Gold and Silver Club. We are an international commodities trading research and advisory group. We specialize in the precious metals, the energies and the agricultural markets. We are recognized as the leading go-to authority on commodities as internationally respected experts. Our analysis and our opinions on the metals, the energies and the agricultural markets are routinely sought by major financial television channels and publications including Bloomberg, Reuters, Global Banking and Finance Review and the Wall Street Journal. Our team of experts has advised and taught technical analysis, fundamental research, portfolio management to more than 75,000 private traders worldwide. So for more information on the Gold and Silver Club and our expertise, please do go ahead and visit our website, which is just www.thegoldandsilverclub.com. Okay, fantastic. Right, we'll move over to the price of gold right now. Gold is looking very interesting as we head into the US session this afternoon. Gold currently trading at $1,104 an ounce and 74 cents. So we'll take a look at that on the technicals very shortly. We're at a very key point at the moment on gold right now. The top trades of the week using the Gold and Silver Club's signature trading strategies. I'll talk you through our swing trades and also our day trades on this. So essentially we've had a swing trade which has been running on gold now since the beginning of January. This is just showing you on the weekly time frame, the higher time frames here. We continue to be in this trade. The trade is currently at a 310 points profit at the moment as we continue to see a breakout to the upside on gold. We're currently trading at the moment at $1,105 per ounce. We've also had a good opportunity to take advantage of a corn breakout for a 120 point return over the last week, and also we've had a nice opportunity for Brent crude oil for a breakout trade over 252 points return as well over the last week. Particularly on Friday we saw a lovely breakout to the upside on oil, good follow through over the course of Thursday's entry right the way through to Friday. So we've had a good little breakout, and I'll go through that on the technicals with you now. So we'll just move over to the technicals, and first of all I just want to show you the gold market, and we can have a look at the very key resistance level we're sitting at right now. So you can see on gold currently we are currently retesting a very key moving average right now on the gold chart, which is at $1,105 per ounce. You can see on gold right now we've got very key overhead resistance. You've got a nice little trend channel overhead. We've had 3 tests of this zone, and you can see gold at the moment, it's retesting the upper end of this trend channel. So it's sitting at a very key level of resistance at the moment. If we do get a breakout above this level, and if gold can hold above $1,100 per ounce, it really does bode well for good follow through up to the 1120 to the 1130 zone. So we're keeping a very close eye on this. You can see where gold has had a double bottom over the month of December. We've had a nice rounding formation, and you can see very clearly we've just got this overhead resistance, got some nice higher lows on the chart. You've also got a nice little pennant formation which is forming just overhead as well. Essentially all we want to see here is a decent breakout to the upside. We just want to get some good follow through over the course of the US session today. Like to see a nice breakout to the upside here on gold, and if we do get that, if we get a breakout above resistance, we could really start to see gold pick up momentum to the upside. So I'll just bring you over to the fundamentals on that just so we can go through the updates for Monday so far. So we've seen gold rising on Monday as the US dollar edged lower on renewed oil market weakness and concerns over the global economic outlook, which has raised questions about the Federal Reserve's pace of interest rate tightening. So if we go over here, what I find very interesting right at the bottom here is hedge funds and money managers increased their bullish bets in COMEX gold in the week to January the 19th and boosted the positive bets in silver to the highest in more than 2 months. So we've seen quite a decent move on silver over the London session so far this morning, which we'll have a look at very shortly as well. Spot silver is up 0.9%, trading at $14.15 an ounce. Palladium fell 0.9% to $495.90 an ounce, and platinum climbed 1% to $837. So platinum's actually having a decent move here as well. Now we have got the FOMC statement which is coming up on Wednesday, so we expect some volatility on that. Expectations for a March rate increase are starting to fade. We've seen that economists polled by Reuters now forecast 3 hikes in 2016 rather than 4, initially floated by the Fed. The US government would also be releasing its first reading on fourth quarter economic growth on Friday. Economists polled by Reuters suggest US GDP growth of 0.80% in October to December and annual expansion of 2.5% in 2016. So gold's technical picture is slowly improving, but a more sustained rally could only be confirmed by a break above 1,112 to 1,113 US dollars per ounce. So that is really the key for gold over the course of the next couple of days and into the FOMC statement on Wednesday. Gold, it's got this very key resistance overhead here. So it could, you've got a pennant formation, it could still break down and come back down to the lower end of the trend channel. But if it can follow through and ultimately if it can take out the monthly highs here from January, that really opens up the door, which is about a 200-point breakout. Okay, so that is very critical for gold at the moment. Break above resistance, and then we could be due a nice little breakout to the upside in the region of about 200-point move. So we may continue to consolidate and hold below key support here or key resistance here up until Wednesday's FOMC statement. The markets do start, particularly for gold, start to stabilize. You see less volatility ahead of that statement on Wednesday, but if we get a breakout beforehand and clear $1,112, then we could really start to pick up momentum. So that is a key zone. Keep an eye on $1,112. A break and a close above that level will really start to see gold pick up momentum. So today and tomorrow, important for gold, and then the FOMC statement will of course be trading live here at the Gold and Silver Club with all of our traders. Now let me move you over to the oil market. We'll just take a look first of all at Brent crude oil, and then we can go over to light sweet crude oil. I just want to bring your attention to this. So we had a 13.5% breakout over Thursday and Friday, incredible breakout to the upside. So a huge surge, and we came just shy of the 21-day moving average here just today. You can see we've had a breakout to the upside, and at the moment you've got a bit of a pullback, and I'll just go over again just to the fundamentals on that. We can give you a little bit of an update in terms of what oil has been doing so far today here. Okay, so it's fallen back 3% today. Now, one of the big reasons for that, oil prices fell 3% on Monday as Iraq announced record high oil production, feeding into a heavily oversupplied market, wiping out much of the gains made in one of the biggest ever daily rallies last week. So Thursday and Friday marked a huge move to the upside. We saw a 13.5% gain on oil in just 2 days, which was a huge, one of the record levels that we've seen oil break out to over a 2-day rally. So that has really caused quite a lot of short covering over Thursday and Friday. And now the big question is whether we'll get follow through. Is it a double bottom, or is this just going to be a dead cat bounce? So that is what everybody's looking at here for oil. If it can build a bit of a base from here, and if this is these 2 candles which we formed over Wednesday and Thursday last week, if this is going to represent a double bottom here and we'll start to build a base, or whether this is going to be a failed rally. We'll see resistance going back to November and also December last year, and more recently in January. You can see each reattempt has resulted in a sell-off back down to the lower end of the trend channel. So oil will be very interesting to keep an eye on over this week. Now if I just move it over and we'll have a look also at WTI crude oil, you'll see where it did come off some critical levels of support here. So we came all the way down, just show you this, where we came and tested the 27 level, which we had been targeting for our sell shorts. Now we've been in longer term positions selling here on oil going back to the 11th of November. We banked out of our longer term trade for 1,585 points on Brent just on Friday, where we saw capitulation to the upside. So we've now banked that trade for the longer term sell short. Now what we want to do, we also came down to our profit target 27, which is what we were looking at for a low here. Now what we want to do is see whether this is in fact the low. If we're going to form a bottom here, you can see that we formed quite a big capitulation, closed right at the weekly highs. So far we've had a bit of a break, but we've come right into resistance again. So oil at the moment, it will be decided by the end of this week. Now we are coming into February, where typically we do see support for the oil market. In terms of seasonality, this is a time of year where you would expect the market to base out and build some support here. And certainly in order for the price to go low, it does need to have some sort of higher retracement here in order for prices to go lower again. It's just whether we're just going to see a move back up to the upper end of this trend channel and see traders selling into the rally, or whether we'll see rally play out and we'll see a breakout of this trend line and start to build a base. So it's still to be decided here on oil. Looking at the weekly charts, I'm going to be focusing a lot on how we close this week as well, as we head into the last week of January now. Next week will be the beginning of February. So I want to see whether oil here is going to be able to hold above these levels, or whether it's going to be a dead cat bounce, come down and take out 27 here. Now, if we move it over and we just have a look also at platinum, platinum is also doing pretty well today. We've already cleared above weekly highs here. On the daily chart, platinum is also, you can see it's had quite a significant move here, rounding formation. It didn't really break fully and close below this zone of support. It didn't really get a move on to the downside here. You can see where it got supported at 817. We bounced off that level on Friday, and today it's following through to the upside. So you are getting this rounding formation, which if we continue to get follow through this week could also bode well for silver and also gold. So keeping a very close eye on platinum as well. Now, I want to move over to the grains. Actually, I'll move over to corn first, and I will also just move it over to wheat as well. So we did mention this, for those of you who caught this trade, we did mention last week that we were getting in this for a breakout trade on wheat based on the weekly chart. We had really nice support right at the lower end of this chart. You can see here rejection candles sitting around 348. We've taken this as well as wheat for a nice breakout trade to the upside, and we've seen really good follow through over the last week or so, over 120 point breakout, which is good for corn because its day-to-day movements are much less than a lot of the other commodities, especially wheat. It tends to have about half the amount of volatility on corn. Now, I also got quite a few questions coming through on that, just private emails as well, just regarding the trades that we are getting into, our entry levels, our exit positions on that. Particularly last week, we've been in some nice positions there on corn, wheat. I'll talk you through the coffee trade. We've just taken profit towards the end of last week on gold. We also took profit on our sell short on oil, which we've been in for several weeks, and we've still got our longer term position on gold as well. So let me just go through that. We'll continue with the analysis. I'll just show you, just to go through that questions I'm getting on that quite a lot at the moment. Essentially, you can get access to the live trade setups that we provide during the week. Those are provided for all of our traders. They get every single setup gets emailed out at real time to our traders. So you get a notification via email that includes the entry, the exit, the take profit level of all of our trades, and you can just very simply log on to our private members academy and look at the trade in more detail and look at all the levels. You also get updated with trade management on that once the trade has been triggered. If there's an opportunity to get back into the trade, if we're doing anything to change or take profit on the trade, any trade management, everything gets emailed out to you real time, which can actually save you a lot of time. So you don't need to be in front of the markets all the time watching the commodity markets, because you know you're not going to miss out on anything because you'll get emailed all of the updates, all of the trade setups, and you also get alerted to when the trade, once we've actually entered that position, and as well as the trade management on that as well. So super useful, absolutely. It's gold dust to a lot of our traders. They love that because it saves them a lot of time. We also provide a week ahead trading plan, so at the weekend we go through very thoroughly all of the markets that we're looking at, all of the management of our open positions, the trades that we're looking to take for the week ahead, including entry, exit, take profit on those levels as well. We also provide an update of any major fundamentals and also news announcements for the following week, talk through our strategies in a little bit more detail, and any seasonality plays. That's great, just a half an hour summary for you to watch over the weekend, which really sets you up nicely for the week ahead. You also get access to all of our live trading rooms, so we'll be trading the FOMC statement live on Wednesday, which all of our traders will join us for. You also get access to our live trading rooms throughout the week, and those are all recorded, so you can also rewatch the recording if you don't happen to be there at the time to watch the live trading room. You can watch the recording straight afterwards, and also you have the opportunity to join the Master Markets training course. So as part of the private tradersclub.com, you get access to the Master Markets training course, and that goes step by step, module by module, through everything from our strategies to setting up your charts, the indicators, all of the fundamentals, the seasonality that we utilize, and how we adapt to how we utilize our strategies to swing trade, how we news trade, and how we day trade as well. All of that as part of a comprehensive program, taking you from absolute beginner step by step through the whole program, module by module, and it's great because you can watch all of that in your own time. So it's perfect just to really get a good understanding of the theory there as well. And of course you get access to VIP email support line at the Gold and Silver Club. Any questions about the trading course, technical setups, or market related queries. So again, all that is just going to go over to www.theprivatetradersclub.com. So from there, you just go to the bottom there, enroll here now, ready to get started, and once you've clicked on that, you'll just get taken to our application page. Just make sure you fill in all the fields there, press apply now, and a member of our team will get in touch with you ASAP. So I get a lot of questions on that, and again, it's just www.theprivatetradersclub.com. Okay, fantastic. So I'll just go back to the corn trade here. So as I was mentioning there, this is a trade setup that we've been in over the last week and a half. It's had a nice little breakout to the upside on the higher time frames. You can see if we go over to the daily chart, we've got this nice V-shaped reversal formation, nice basing pattern as well. Ultimately, we want to see whether corn can continue this momentum and get up to the upper end of this channel, sitting at 382. Now, if I bring you over to wheat, there's actually still an opportunity to get into this trade right now. You can see, if I show you the weekly chart, very similar formation. You've got 3 hammers here in a row off the weekly chart, so a much higher time frame, sitting at 465. So this is basing, so it's looking good for a breakout, and I suspect we'll get this breakout over the course of this week. You can see here as well, we're finding support right at the lower end of the trend channel. All we want to do now is get a decent breakout just from resistance. So from the 480 zone, if we get a good breakout from that level, we should really start to get some good follow through. Okay, so we're looking for a breakout above that zone at the moment, and we could really start to get a big move towards the upper end of this trend channel. So that is what I'd be looking at on wheat right now. There's a good opportunity for a buy at this zone, looking for good follow through over the course of this week. Okay, so I'm looking for a nice move in the same way that we've seen corn breakout. I'm looking for wheat to do the same here as well. Coffee, I would definitely also have coffee on your radar. Coffee right now, we've come right off some very key monthly trend channels, getting supported at that level. You can see here going back to 2002, very key monthly trend channel. On the weekly chart, again, nice little bounce off that zone, and we've got nice supportive rejection candle off that zone as well. So I'm looking also at coffee very closely for follow through. You can see it's building up a base here as well. I'd like to see a bit of follow through coming back towards the upper end of this trend channel. There's an overhead channel here, which I'd like to see coffee just come back and retest over the course of this week. You can see we get a nice rotation. So I would definitely have coffee on your radar as well. That's one of the top trades that we're looking at as we head into a fresh week here. Cocoa, and actually let me bring it over to sugar first. I do like sugar is starting to, you've got this, we're starting to roll over here with sugar. So I'm looking for the potential to take this for a break of key support. It's not quite ready yet. On a day trade, yes it is. You've got a nice potential to come back down to the lower end of this zone. But for a longer term trade, I'm looking for this whole level of support to get cracked here to the downside. It's been rolling over here for about, you can see going back to about October now, about 3 months. We've continued to roll over. We came up against very key resistance on, you can see here just going back to 2012, very key resistance on the chart, the higher time frames, horizontal resistance. I'm looking for this rolling over, a breaking of support and then coming down, potentially got a lot of clean air there for sugar to break down. So I've definitely got that on the radar as well. So keep sugar on your watch list too. And finally, we'll move it over. Yeah, I'll just go back to cocoa again here. So cocoa getting a bit of support at this key zone around 2739 right now. On the daily chart, you can see that a little bit more clearly. It's building a bit of a base. No real key setups on that right now. I am keeping an eye on cocoa. I wanted to see if it could test 2672 here. If it came down to that level, I was looking for buy opportunities. Right now, the overall trend is bearish, but I'm definitely keeping a very close eye on cocoa over the course of February as well, as to see if we get one last flush out down to 2672 and potentially some good buying opportunities just around that zone. Fantastic. So if there's any additional questions, we'll definitely take those just towards the end of the session. Again, if you would like more daily commodities analysis and live trading ideas ready to implement, very simply, to become a member of the Private Traders Club, you just go to www.theprivatetradersclub.com. Members get access to all of the live trade setups, which are emailed out to you real time, and you also get emailed updates when those trade triggers. You get access to our live trading rooms throughout the week, where we'll be trading the FOMC live this week, and also our live trading rooms. You get recordings of those. You get a week ahead trading plan. You get VIP email support line, and you also get our Master Markets training course. So all of that is available to you as a member of the Private Traders Club. And again, very simply, if you would like to take your trading to the next level, here is the link there just on the screen, and it's just by application only, and once that's completed, we'll get in touch with you ASAP.